8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Welcome back
Sorry. I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Please go.
It's okay. Welcome back to Horror-Ible Games 2022. Thank you all so much for joining us. Up next, we have a game that has never been seen before here at Horror-Ible Games. Never before seen, and I'm sorry. I'm being told that in fact we literally just watched this game. We literally just saw this game like 10 minutes ago. This is Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. 80% creepy early with Coley. Coley, take it away.
Hello, actually now. I am so bad at these kind of things. I'm so sorry for interrupting. But hello, Horror-Ible Games. My name is Coley, and yeah, today I'm going to be running Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, which is going to be the most terrifying game you will see here at Horror-Ible Games, for sure. But I also have with me on the couch, co-hosting with me, you saw him earlier, Nastani, if you want to reintroduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Nastani. You just saw me, but I'm back here just to, you have to listen to me a bit longer. I know that's the last thing you want to hear about.
Yeah. Just chilling out and vibing, But yeah, so today I'll be running a category that's called any percent CE, or Creepy Early. And Creepy Early is actually an Xbox exclusive trick in the game that currently saves around 4 minutes compared to the any percent no Creepy Early counterpart. Obviously, since this is any percent, we're trying to beat the game as fast as possible without any in-game cheats, and because we're doing Creepy Early, this is the fastest way to beat the game. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The timer starts at new game, so I'll count down from 3, and when I say go, I'll press new game. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and if you guys saw the NLE run, you guys, you're in for a treat. But in case you didn't, Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights is a 3D/2.5D Metroidvania type game, and you're really going to see how we get to sequence break a lot of the stuff here because of its Metroidvania qualities. But right here, we're actually just going to do a loop-de-loop around this level to collect Scooby snacks, because if you remember, Scooby snacks are the currency here in this game. We actually only pay a couple snack gates in this one. That one was 25. They increase later, but we're just making our way into here right now. And Scooby snacks are very important. We do have a snack route that we need to follow, such as jumping up here to get 2 snack boxes, since they count as 5 snacks each. And we're going to talk to Holly to get the map. We actually can't do pause storage in this version of the game, unfortunately, so the map is only useful for us to unlock this invention, the shovel, by our wonderful friend Don Knotts to dig up that key. And you can kind of see the Metroidvania elements again. You got to unlock stuff to unlock more stuff in a weird order and things like that. Yeah, Scooby gets shoveled because dog can't dig. Joke funny. Anyway, Shock 1, this is another great level for those of you who didn't see Nastani's NLE run earlier, no levels early. This game runs on cycles. Enemies and moving objects all run in a cycle, and we want to try and make specific cycles to move through the levels as fast as possible. So right here, you can see that these rats should be out of the way for us, so I can collect all these snacks. Oh, I was a little too late. A little bit harder to do it on Xbox. But there's a lot of cycles like that will point out the big boy important ones. But if you're paying close attention, you can kind of see where all these cycles are, especially here as well. We have a crate blocking our path, and our wonderful friend Norville is gonna come flying down on the Pelican here.
Okay, buddy.
We have fun here, but we can actually do this on our own. We can just jump straight up here. This is called rubber band skip, because there's a quote where he mentions how he's like a rubber band. There's a hook cycle we can make right here. It's a little tricky though, because when you spam text in this version of the game lags, so that kind of messes up cycles sometimes, but that's okay. We still made it through relatively unscathed. Collected our next snack gate. This is the second to last snack gate we're gonna pay, and we're moving on to Pier already.
Yeah, and so in Pier, what we are making our way towards is the Springs upgrade. And this basically allows Scooby to double jump, and it also allows us to, since we can use the double jump, it also sets up the next trick, Creepy Early, which is the name of the category. But right here, we're going to try to do tar strats.
Oh.
Didn't get it, but don't worry, there's a backup on the little lamppost. And if you don't know the tar, you essentially cannot run or jump on the tar. But if you run onto like a little lamppost or a piece of rope, you can actually get off the tar that way. And so what you're going to see Cole do is actually clip through some invisible walls back here and make his way all the way across the level in order to get to the springs at the end of it, bypassing all of the tar. And speaking of the tar,
this is a mess. That's okay though. But you can just get to see more of the tar.
Yeah, you get to see why you want to avoid the tar at all costs. That trick is also very, very finicky. Those walls, there's invisible walls there, so you have to like literally wiggle your stick and clip through them very precisely. It's a bit easier on GameCube because you have notches. So if you're playing on the Xbox controller, you don't have notches, so you're kind of just L.
Yeah.
But now we have the double jump, and that will allow us to do Creepy early. So Creepy is a very important level because it's kind of like the hub of the whole world. And by that, I mean literally the whole world. So essentially, we need to collect inventions in order to beat Mastermind. Now, we only need 4 inventions out of the 11 in this game. We need the shovel in order to get into shock, we need the springs in order to double jump, and we need the helmet and the super smash. So right now, we're about to do Creepy early, which is to get into the level known as Creepy early so that we can hit a warp gate so that we can basically warp back there later and skip all of the levels. And when I say skip all of the levels in the game, we're going to skip over 25% of the game with one trick. And what that details is that we are about to skip all of the coast levels, all of the Fishy Clues levels, all of the manor levels, and the Black Knight boss fight. And we're also skipping 9 snap gates.
It's pretty crazy.
9. That's a lot of snack gates. Like, we're skipping literally thousands of snacks with this trick. Literally thousands, so it saves a ton of time. And it also is the hardest trick in the game, as you can see. But Cole hits it right there, and it's actually even worth it to even go for it a couple times because it saves 4 minutes over any percent. So he's still wildly ahead of any percent right now, because it just saves so much time. And this is the warp gate I was talking about in Lighthouse 2. And we basically warp back to this Lighthouse 2 later so that we can get the Super Smash. So now we are set up for the Super Smash and we can get it, but we actually can't get the Super Smash until we get the helmet upgrade, which is what we're making our way to right now.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that I got that. That's the reason why the estimate for this is a little bit longer than the actual runs, because each attempt takes around 30 seconds. But yeah, right here we are we're in Hedge on our way to the helmet. Second last item we're gonna need. Again, for those of you who didn't see the run last time, charging is very influential in this game. These are levels that are perfect for showcasing it off. It's the fastest form of movement, but at the beginning of a charge, it's much slower than the end. So we try and utilize it in long, kind of straight places. We can also sneak past enemies just like that, but there's another level that'll showcase that a lot better. Sometimes there's a ledge there that you can get onto. It's kind of hard. We call it Yeet Cycle.
Really finicky,
Yeah, really finicky. But the thing about the charge as well is that because it starts out very slow, places like right here where I'm going to be jumping a lot, it's not useful to charge since it's much slower than just normally running and holding down the R button. So, whoa, that was some controller drift action there. Gotta love controllers.
And so now we're going to enter Hedge 3. And in Hedge 3, we're going to take a little divergence. We're actually not going to participate in the auto-scroller at all, because we're not going to go to the auto-scroller, because what we're going to do is we're going to do a trick known as SCS, or Skull Cliff Skip. Now, at the time, Skull Cliff Skip was made so that you can get to the Green Ghost boss fight earlier than intended by simply holding up left on the D-pad and clipping through the gate. You can actually do this one at home. It's very, very easy to do. You just walk by. But what this does is puts us in the Misbehaving 1, and right now we're going to the helmet upgrade. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Skull Cliff levels backwards in order to get to the helmet upgrade, because it's actually 3 minutes faster to go backwards through these levels. And the biggest reason for that is what we're about to do, Skull 4 Void Warp. Now, this is the only technique that you didn't get to see from the last run, and that is void warping. So how void warping works is Skull's going to clip out of bounds with that really finicky ledge, and then once he's out of bounds, he's going to do a skid jump, which again, if you don't know, a skid jump is when you release the R button and then you initiate your skid, so you can jump later than intended, and he's going to jump over a death plane into the void and warp to the beginning of the level. Now you're going to be like, what? We just warped all the way. So that's the second longest level in the game. That Void Warp alone saves 1 minute by itself, with the whole Skull Coast level saving the other 2, equaling out 3. And so that is the main reason why we're going backwards to these levels, because again, we don't need that many snacks. We're skipping all the snack gates. We're skipping 2 snack gates. With that trick alone, we're skipping both the one hedge and greenhouse. And now we're just on our way to the helmet upgrade. So if we have any readings, now would also be a good time to do them.
I can do that. Just want to let you all know, or remind everybody rather, that we are raising money to write Love on Our Arms. They are a non-profit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. Write Love on Our Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and invest directly into treatment and recovery. All of your donations go through the Tiltify campaign. They do not go to the Horror-Ible Games organizers in any way. It goes straight to this wonderful organization. So please get your donations in.
All right, we're entering Skull 1 right here. We're almost done with these this level set. I'm going to try and do a cool jump. Nice.
Yes,
using
sir.
those coyote frames. And we're going to just jump up this wall right here, get this snack box. And we're about to enter Hill 3, which is where the helmet power-up is. So we're finally here already. So much faster than the auto-scroll I mentioned before. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. We're going to come over here to get some extra snacks. And we're actually going to try and make a cycle called Boulder Cycle, where there's a boulder rolling down the hill, and we want to try and run right next to it, since we don't want to jump over the boulder, because that's slower, and we obviously don't want to get hit by the boulder either, because we speedrun. We speedrun right there good. There we go. Nice clean cycle to make. And there's some other enemy cycles that we kind of want to make as well, so they sort of stay out of our way. And then up here, for those of you familiar with the game casually, and you saw it with Nastani as well, you can jump on these rocks right here to just completely avoid the moving platforms. You don't have to worry about them at all. But there it is. There's the helmet. It's good to see you again, friend. But we're going to break this box. We're going to collect these Scooby snacks. And then we're going to death abuse because, again, we don't have pause storage. And we are going to use the warp gate right here and warp back to Lighthouse 2. Never mind, I guess we're warping to Shock. I love the D-pad.
Let's go.
Woo! More time loss. There we go. Oop. Oh my god, I'm thinking this is like a Nintendo controller.
You got it.
But yeah, this is the we just skipped all that stuff that Nastani mentioned earlier. You know, the manor, all those snack gates, all the levels after manor up to this point. It's absolutely fantastic, and we're here in Which Way now. And we actually entered from up top so we could get some more snacks here as well. And this is kind of just an easy line to run down here. We're going to try and jump on a ledge right here. Kind of finicky. Nice. We're actually not going to go down. We're actually we're not going to jump down in that tunnel. And I mean, I collected snacks too because I messed up tar strats a little bit. This because we pay very little snack gates. The snack route is it's kind of a joke a little bit, but we obviously still route it to be fast. There's just a lot. There's just a lot more options. And right here, this is just like this is the same in like every category. It's a race to the top. We have to hit that button and then break the light bulb at the top of the lighthouse before the light bulb goes back down, because this is actually where the Super Smash upgrade is. This is the last upgrade we will need for this category. It's kind of like the ground pound for Mario. You'll see it in a sec. And the reason why we're able to kind of just goof around at the bottom and collect some snacks is because of this charging mechanic, where I can just slide past all these enemies like I mentioned earlier. Now you can really see it in its full display. But there we go. Look at that. It opened up right for us. And there's the Super Smash. We're going to just come over here. We're going to go through the floorboards right here. And we're going to hop down here. I have a great snack count. Entering Lighthouse 2, we're just going to do a little loop-de-loop movement, cycle movement, and snacks. But if there's anything to read, now would be a great time before we get into the end game already.
Well, we do have incentives for people to donate if they were considering donating but didn't know exactly what was at stake. You can still donate toward some of the other incentives that we have over the course of the marathon. The upcoming one is the Resident Evil Remake Randomizer Costume Choice. You can choose between the Casual, Army, BSAA, or Stars outfit for Jill. And after that, we have the Resident Evil 7 game language. You can choose between German, Spanish, Japanese, or English. So if you would like to control the outcome of the marathon in some way or form, those are both options for you. And we also still have Steam keys available from Riser Games and New Blood Interactive. So thank you both, Riser Games and New Blood Interactive, for those keys. A lot of keys at stake, so a $10 minimum donation gets you keys for the giveaway. So please get your donations in.
All right, so now we're entering the end game. And so what we're about to do is that we're about to skip 50% of the game in 10 seconds with 4 ledges. Okay, so how we're going to do that is just with the double jump, simply. And so normally what you need to do is that you need to go fight Redbeard. We're about to do a trick known as RBS, or Redbeard skip. I said this was soap skip. I kind of lied to you, but this is mainly Redbeard skip, because what you're going to see Cole do is jump off of these 2 ledges, and then he's going, by doing this, you skip the Redbeard boss fight, which skips both the gum and the soap upgrade, because we don't need them to get to the top here. Normally need the soap in order to soap bats in order to get to the top there. But we don't need this. And then this is Green Ghost skip, where you normally need the umbrella from Green Ghost in order to float up this chasm, but we can do it without that. And just in that amount of time, we literally just skip 50% of the game, because we actually don't need any of the other inventions in the game in order to beat Mastermind. We simply just need the helmet and the Super Smash and the double jump. And so just with these 3 inventions, we can just beat the game by itself.
Awesome.
And when I say 50% of the game, I mean 50% of the game, because there are a ton of levels leading up to Green Ghost. There's all of Misbehaven, there's all of Skull Cliff. Granted, we kind of went through Skull Cliff, but there's all the graveyard levels. And then in Shipwrecks, there's all the shipwreck levels that are really hard and very long and tedious to do. And just like that, we do a trick known as a Lido skip, where we jump off. Those are actually visible ledges along the wall. Well, he's actually just jumping around the wall to get up to the top to this bridge, to the 850 snack gate, with exactly 850 snacks. And now we're at Mastermind. So all that stuff you saw me do in the last run in NLE, we just dropped all of it. And we're just at the end of the game really quickly, and we just cut out so much of it just because they just didn't really use a lot of the inventions. They didn't require you to use a lot of the inventions throughout a lot of the game, and so with like 3 tricks, we just skipped 75% of the game. Green Ghost skip, Redbeard skip, Creepy Early. We just skip all 3 bosses, and we skip 75% of the game, just like that. And then that's the reason why this run is so short, 20 minutes, we just bulldoze right past it. And so now we're going to fight Mastermind. And what we're going to do is we're just going to clip through the wall just like that, and then we're going to hit these 2 buttons. This is because there are 4 phases of the Mastermind boss fight, and there's 3. The first 3 phases are these waves of enemies. We're actually on phase 2 right now. So by hitting those buttons earlier, we skipped phase 1, and now we're going to skip phase 3 by waiting 5 seconds before hitting this button. And then we're going to hit the button again. This tricks the game into thinking that we fought the 3rd wave of enemies when we haven't fought the 3rd wave of enemies. So we're super fine on that. And so phase 1 stays similar, so we're saving a good amount of time by just skipping a couple phases of the boss fight. And then we're just going to hobble around these guys, and we're just going to make sure that they're not in our way. That is so unfortunate. And then we're going to hit Mastermind to electricity, and timer will start as soon as he hits the electricity. 3, 2, 1, end. Yeah, end, not start. Yeah, I said words. GG's.
Yeah, I'm very happy I got Creepy Early in the relative amount of time. It was a little rough at the beginning. Not gonna lie, but it was pretty good at the end. Yeah, that was really cool. This is the first time I've ever done like playing the game in a marathon. So I'm glad that Horrible Games was the first. And this is also the first time this particular category has ever been in an event like this as well. So I guess just do some quick shout outs. Just my personal stuff, twitch.tv, Coley_2, and then if you look up Coley Scooby on YouTube, you can see all my videos and stuff there. But I also wanted to shout out a runner named Mortal, who was incredibly influential to the community, but this is also like, he found Creepy Early and helped optimize this particular category so much, and I just wanted to give
in the game, to be honest.
Pretty much. But this, this one has a lot of more sentimental value to it. So I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. I love this. I love the community. I love the speedrunning community and the Scooby community. So shout out to all y'all folks as well. I don't know if Nasani has anything else to say. We
I do have
a
one
little
more
bit early
thing.
here. Yeah.
If you are interested in running this game at all, you just saw my run, you just saw Cole's run. It's a really, really fun game, and like the barometer, like the barrier to entry is like pretty low in this game. I would say a lot of it is very accessible. We have beginner routes littered throughout. Specifically, I have tutorials for pretty much every single category in the game on my channel, barring like NLE and Hundo, but Cole has an NLE tutorial on his channel, on his YouTube channel. That's on both of our YouTube channels. So if you're interested in running any of the no creepy early categories, which is the most accessible and most popular, since you can run on the Dolphin emulator with your very legally acquired copy of the game.
Hey.
And so we have all those tutorials on my channel. So if you are interested in running the game, please do. It's a really, really fun game. Even if you just try it out for one time, I guarantee you're going to have a good time.
For sure.
And if you want to join the Discord, it's linked on Scooby's SRC page, speedrun.com/900frights. I think it's just N100F. Or you can just look up Frights on SRC, and then the Discord link is on that page. And that's it for me.
Alrighty, well, thank you both so much for both of those runs. Coming up next, we've got Viper UK running Reservoir Dogs any percent. We'll be right back in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
All right, so now we just got to finish the day.